everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Zach. Today I'm going to be reviewing episode 5 of What If on Disney Plus. I was super excited to watch this episode because I love zombie content. Comic books, movies, television shows, video games. Just put it in my veins. I love that stuff. And honestly, you know I love Marvel. If you watch my past videos, I even have a playlist for all the Marvel stuff that I review on here. Also, I used to read comics when I was younger, and Marvel Zombies was like a really cool alternate timeline, what if kind of story that they've done multiple times. So I was super excited to see what they were going to do here. And let's start off with what the episode's premise is. So basically this episode starts off in the midst of like the ending of Thor Ragnarok, the beginning of Infinity War, and the ending of like the ending of Ant-Man and the Wasp, toward the ending of Ant-Man and the Wasp, because apparently all those movies overlap at the same time. When Thanos came and destroyed Thor's ship and killed like half of all those people, and Heimdall sent Hulk to warn Earth about him. In this universe, in this What If, Bruce Banner lands in the same place he landed in Infinity War, in the Sectorium where Doctor Strange usually is, but there's no Doctor Strange, there's no Wong, there's no magicians, nobody's there. He goes outside and it's nobody on the streets. So he's thinking, oh my God, Thanos got here before I could land. He did what he wanted to do. But then Ebony Maw and Obsidian comes, just like they did in Infinity War. He's thinking he's going to fight these guys on alone. But just like in that movie, everything was playing along like how it was in Infinity War. And I thought this was like, wow, this is really interesting. Then all of a sudden the Doctor Strange portals, when he does that thing, comes the Avengers. And he's thinking, oh, great, they're here to help me. But when they're done with his children, he sees that they're not the normal Avengers he loves and knows. They're zombies. So I was super into this when it started, trying to figure out what was going on. And then as the story progressed, found out why the zombie apocalypse started, and it was because of another Avenger, which is crazy. And they start showing the backstory of everything. So if that's the premise of the episode, I'm going to start off with what I liked about the episode. I'm going to start off with the good. I really like the setup of this episode with it being in the middle of Infinity War, because I felt like it was so chaotic, because all this stuff is going on with zombies on Earth while Thanos is still a threat. So I'm wondering how that would tie in, because he's imminent. He's going to come. He's going to eventually come. He doesn't know about zombies. He don't care about zombies. So them trying to figure out how to stop this, and I'm also in the back of my head thinking, oh God, Thanos is around. It was really interesting and felt like it was like a ticking timer on this episode, because like we got to figure out how to do this. And as the episode progressed, the setup got even better and better. You're seeing what happened to the original Avengers, how they become zombified, which Avengers, the reason why all the zombie infection started, who are the remaining people. And if you saw the trailer, Spiderman, Okoye, get a little Black Panther, another Chadwick Boseman performance. I was so happy to hear his voice again and see him in the suit, but probably for the last time maybe. So that was great. As the story progressed, at first I was like, okay, this is cool. This is not, as amazing as I thought it was going to be. And then the twist, almost the ending of the episode happened. I was like, whoa, I'm super invested now. This reminds me of a twist that would happen in any common zombie movie, but it was different because it's Marvel. It's happening with these characters you've known and loved and grown over the years. It's not like you're just learning these characters in a 2-hour and 20-minute movie. So that twist was really great, and the characters they used to do the twist with made complete sense, because these are characters that are always good, but they always can kind of get twisted a little bit. And another thing I really liked about it was that they weren't afraid to kill off some of the Avengers. I thought that they would have played it safe and like, oh yeah, we'll find a way to turn everybody back, but there were casualties of people turning into zombies. Some beloved heroes were lost, and then there was also people who didn't get turned into zombies that got killed because they were being heroic, which I thought was great as well, because no matter what, they're heroes and they're going to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. And I thought that was very interesting, and it really pulled on the heartstrings a little bit, because as we all do, we love these characters. So those moments were really great. And the biggest thing that I really liked about this episode that I thought was super dope was the zombie Avengers were kind of sentient. They still were able to use their powers, use their techniques. So on top of running from a fast zombie, they're also using their powers. So just think about all the possibilities of each event, which Avenger turns into a zombie and be able to do what they usually do, like a zombie Hulk or a zombie Scarlet Witch, or it was really interesting once they put that in the setup to see how it go, and they went for it in this episode of a zombie having powers. So that's one of the scariest things since World War Z kind of zombies that I've seen in a while, or the zombies that were sentient back in the old days when they, I think it was the Dawn of the Dead, where the one that knew how to think and things like that. This was like the coolest use of zombies, of sentient zombies I've seen in a long time. Let's talk about the bad. There was parts of this episode that I really liked. The bad outweighs the good in this episode, unfortunately. And the first thing I gotta say is these zombies felt like Disney zombies. I was hoping, because this was animated and it's on Disney Plus, that they would take the opportunity to go full gear, go dark, do zombies, show a little, gore and like the stuff that you normally would see in a zombie flick or show, even something that's on network TV like The Walking Dead. But everything was just in the shadows, or the dust was clouding it up, or it was quick cuts. They felt like Disney made a zombie movie, and that took away some of the impact and the darkness. And another thing that was bad that really, really hurt this episode for me and almost made it unwatchable was all the jokes. This is a dire situation that the world is in, because this wasn't something that was contained in New York. This was something that was happening to everybody, and it was only a few survivors, and it was just the quips were coming, and I was just like, okay, I get it. It's a Marvel thing. People criticize Marvel for too many jokes, and I always say that they still have a lot of meaningful moments, but they didn't have a lot of meaningful moments where people got to mourn, or really, like, there was a character who had to end up killing their best friend, their best friend, and he just did a quip and then walked away. And I was like, in my head, I was like, there would have been a little bit more struggle. And I think that just comes down to the length of the episode. I know Zach's complaining about length of episode of a What If episode again. I know, but this one was really, really apparent where the script suffered from the length, and the dialogue was just really bad. The story was written well, the twist and everything like that, but the dialogue really brought it down, and I couldn't get past it. And a lot of things can start off great, have a great setup, start off strong in the beginning, but the ending, sticking that landing at the end, is really hard for a lot of products to do, and a lot of zombie movies, honestly. And that happens here. When this episode ended, I said, that's it? That's what you guys are giving me? I was really, really disappointed. So on top of us giving us Disney zombies, on top of the script writing being really annoying and bad and too jokey, the ending was so disappointing. And it was like left open-ended in a way that, unless they revisit this again, which I don't think they are, it just did not hit for me at all. And they tried to do like a little stinger at the end that I think they thought was going to be really cool, and it didn't work for me at all. The ending if the ending was powerful or great or gave me a satisfying conclusion, I think I could have overlooked some of the other things, but the ending was just not great. So let's talk about my verdict. I think that this episode could have been a really, really great episode. I think it was just kind of mediocre because of the bad sections. I was talking about the writing, safeness of having zombies and not going fully there, and just having that terrible ending, having a great setup, having a great twist, and then following through a little bit on that twist and making it fun, but then just absolutely going nowhere with any of it. I wish this episode made me wish what if there was one scenario that was planned out throughout multiple episodes instead of each episode being a scenario, because I think that it would be able to be fleshed out a lot better. Unfortunately, give this episode a C-. Comment your thoughts down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified with my next video, and you can watch more right now.